Mitchell, no Pritis this season, of course, as the Swans win it away. Papley with a long ball. It's in the Franklin direction. He was sandwiched between two. Hewitt's able to gather. He's just going to steady, go in short over the back. But they've got numbers there. Lloyd can poke it over the top, and he can kick a goal. Lloyd's got the first one at Optus Stadium in the AFL.
Nui climbs high from the restart for Sinclair. Barrels one with the clearance. Gets it inside 50. Hewitt had a piece of it, knocked it out. Florent got there quickly. Franklin, little fumble, pushing the back. Franklin plays on. He's on his left. He bends it, and he kicks it. What else would he do? Swans had the first two. Forward, Sydney free kick. Sinclair against Lycett, goes for the pass. Franklin! And he did gather it in the end. Little spin on the mark. And he goes back to size it up from 48.
It was great forward line play from the Sydney Swans. A couple of players got out of Buddy's way, created the space. Gaff almost cut it off, but it was fantastic space creating leads by the Swans, and they had that space.
One of the greatest ever West Australians to play AFL. Lance Franklin must love being back here for this occasion. Struck it thin. He's got it. He's snuck it in.
Just assessing to go short or long. He drives it towards Parker. Garvin doesn't usually drop those going back in defence. Collision in there. Good handball towards Towers. Marston got him, but it was high. The arm slipping up. And Towers is going to get the free kick.
Yeah, the left arm just went up over the top of the shoulder from Chris Marston. McGovern went back to take that mark. He wouldn't normally gobble it, but no doubt the ball is a little bit slippery. Just slipped through the hands. And a couple of times now, West Coast deep in the fence have dropped those intercept marks. This one could be costly. There it is there. There's the infringement. The umpire was on the inside shoulder. Had a clear view of that.
So the free kick goes to Towers. Such an important role for the Swans this season. No problems with that kick at all. And an important goal late in the quarter going the Swans' way.
Heaney to Papley. Swans on the run now. Driving kick looks pretty good from Melican to Franklin. He looks up. Who does he want? He's got Jones in a one-on-one goal square. He ignores it, and it will go for home.
Just tees this up, doesn't he, Dwayne? He can easily kick this one 55 metres. I think Barrass was probably let down there by McGovern. McGovern hesitated about 20 metres ahead of that contest. He decided to go forward instead of coming back to help Barrass.
For some booze from outside the 50, he cranks up and goes long and monsters it. He's got three.
Well, great finish by Buddy Franklin.
Yo gets it outside. McVeigh about to send it back inside. Got it to Melican. Within range, perhaps. Long bomb. Heaney got it just inside the line.
Good pass, Dwayne. Reckon that was a pass?
He was going for goal.
He was definitely going for goal. Being a defender, they don't get many opportunities.
Thinking his way through it here. He's got all Australian written all over him at some stage of his career, maybe even this year, Isaac Heaney. Massive star. And he thinks his way through that brilliantly. Perfection from the pocket.
Jones squeezing the kick out towards Heaney. Great handball as Jack was cruising past. Now a high one up, and Hewitt taking a big grab over the top.
Not a big start, George Hewitt. Coming out for his 8th disposal. He missed one just on the quarter-time siren. He can kick this out.
I reckon he'd be a player, Brownie, you'd love playing with. So desperate in that forward line, competes strongly, uses the ball well enough. He's been a real player for the Swans.
McGovern, no less, gives it off to McVeigh. He was closed down, but it still finds its way through to Heaney. Franklin looking for his 4th, snapping it, working it back beautifully. He can do anything, Buddy Franklin.
31 years of age. Lance Franklin.
He's seeing double figures, Dwayne.
Yeah. He's talking about an extension to his contract. That's how well he's playing late in his career. Jack thumps it long. Franklin's on the move. Front spot. Great hands.
That is a tough mark, running flat out, right, someone on your hammer.
Might want to get a heart rate monitor out to Tom Barrass, I reckon. About 200.
And now he's giving them away. Just chips it back to Jack.
Bev, this is all about the setup you spoke about earlier, leaving leading lanes for Lance Franklin to come through the channel there. It was a beautiful mark, but the other forwards just left such space for him. It's been absolutely first class what they're doing in that forward line for Sydney.
This kick for the biggest lead of the game to either team. It'll stretch him. He's going to kick from 49. Franklin wanted it back and he said, no, I've got it covered. Keeps it low. Looks pretty good off the boot. Never in doubt. Papley cuts it off. Franklin's fresh. Schofield's worried. Franklin wants it long. Fox sees him. Franklin's on the move. Oh, he's going to get it. He was always going to get that. Fresh on, not Schofield's man, and he looked around and there was absolutely no help whatsoever.
4 minutes is way too long for him to be on the bench, Lance Franklin. Nothing happened in that 4 minutes in their forward half. He is fresh, Dwayne, as you said. He's got no problem with the distance here as Nick Natanui makes his way back on the field.
A hush from the 60,000 here. For number 5. Got it. He wants to own this joint by the end of today. He's got 5.
22-point lead.
May have made the change as well. Schofield on Buddy Franklin now, deep in the fence. You saw Barras.
Great roving by Papley to burst through that pack. Now with a couple of bounces, Papley a third. Jenner giving chase, but he pushed him in the back.
Yeah, it was a push there. Geez, that was a great chase. So he would have been disappointed with that kick inside his own forward 50 a couple of minutes ago. Got that lightning speed. There was a push there though. Just that last lunge as Papley releases the footy. Here it is. That's a push. No doubt about that. The row from Papley, though, was outstanding, wasn't it?
Split between everyone. Tom Papley.
Crucial point in the game now. 22 points up, Sydney. Kicks this one. West Coast is starting to lose touch.
30 goals last season for Tom Papley. Important cog in the Sydney forward line. That is a good looking effort, but just at the last moment hits the post. It's a behind.
Got it to Lacroix. He just needs a pass target. Had to thump it long and hope. Marston can't get there. Outstanding mark from Mills. He stood in that hole and waited and waited and waited and clutched it to his chest brilliantly.
Fantastic mark, but enough body from Jake Lloyd, his teammate, to get in the way of.
Paul Smith thinks about his options. Stays wide. Rampy back. Mills. Last onto the fence. Gets around Cripps a little too easily. Smith looks up and he's got a long bomb in Jones. Good kick. Put it out in front. He protected the drop zone. Redden couldn't get near it. Back inside Jones.
Sometimes that's all it takes, a good snap.
Need to make the most of this 5-minute patch, though. They've got the momentum. They've locked it in the forward half. You said, Pav, they need to score, though.
Adam Simpson's out of his seat. Long ball in. Nelson had to crunch it from behind. A little overzealous with the spoil.
And they've made the decision to go best defender on best forward. It's McGovern versus Franklin right now.
It'll be a great matchup, and it's going in that direction. Cunningham's kick, though, was perfect to Franklin. McGovern scrambled late. Franklin's still there. A tumbling, spinning, rolling ball. He's got it on a string. Buddy Franklin.
Straight down the spine. Long ball, goal square. Smith read that to perfection.
Again, connection poor there, Dwayne, between the West Coast mids and their forward.
Well, it's coming back to the Swans. We'll get another look at it. Mills there. He's going after the football.
Well, fair enough. Yep. We don't see it very often, that one.
Lacroix swung the boot at it. And now Sydney. And take it up the other end and try and punish the Eagles. Jack. Franklin leading in short, just pokes it over the top. That is great combination between two players that have played together for such a long time. And Franklin can go back and fire up for number 7.
And normally you wouldn't go there. Buddy Franklin's stuck in the pocket, but he's running a hot hand at the moment, Pav. So look for him. Give him space.
And that's the difference between, you've mentioned it a number of times, West Coast going to their forward line, that lack of connection with their forwards, younger group. You see Jack just holding, waiting. Yep, there's the split from his defender. I'll pop it into the space.
Not too bad from this position at all. Lance Franklin in some pretty red-hot form at the moment. And he just lays back, caresses it through the middle. 7 goals for Buddy Franklin.
Hearn blasted. That's a monster. That's 70 metres. Ryan flies. It was over his head. Tough one to grab, and Smith, playing from behind, was playing the right spot there.
Kennedy busting through and sending it into a fair bit of space. An important one-on-one here. Shepherd against Florent. Shepherd under pressure. Able to control it initially. Then Florent dragged him down. Wade play on. They continue to go.
Just get a bit of control back in this game, Sydney.
So Sinclair up to half forward. Franklin there. McGovern was trying to get back into his path. Hearn attacking it strongly. The Eagles skipper gave it up though to Franklin. It finds its way through now to Jones from 45 to land an important blow to start the final quarter.
Nat Nui flies, flicks it down. Parker knocked it away. Back to Sinclair. Franklin playing in front. A juggler. It is a little slippery. Goes back in. Crowd roar. He got it back again. Slammed it on the boot. Barras got a fingernail on it. Knocked it down. McGovern got it from Shuey. Hits Marston lace out. And they run the Eagles. They're playing the spine. Bad option. Straight past Nat Nui. Straight past Franklin. Chance for McGovern. Slaps it back for the midfield. 4 Swans are there. Parker, Kennedy, Melick in a fumble. Kennedy fumble, picked up by Parker. Crowd wanted ball. Parker bombs it. It's high and long. Schofield got there way late. Free kick. Free kick to Hewitt.
Great torpedo by Luke Parker in the centre of the ground. He got onto that one, just like Shannon Hearn in that 3rd quarter.
Well, Hewitt got out the back. I think his West Coast opponent thought there was no way the ball could carry, but you're right, Brownie, the big torp. And here's the free kick. Yeah. Fair enough as well.
To the Blues. They're settling it all down for the Swans, and he nails it. Big moment. He was equal to it.
Selection of a former Eagle to play behind Jacob Brennan. And there's a big goal that he kicks, a high one. Now in the Waterman direction again from Lysett. Florent trying to rove. Heard the voices. He went to Sinclair. Newman, now Cunningham. And the Swans going direct back in the Buddy Franklin direction again. One-on-one. He's going to beat you just about every time, Buddy, as he slams through number 8. The Swans are inside 50. Kennedy, just with strength, in the middle of the pack. That is a special goal from Josh Kennedy.
For Jeremy McGovern, just wouldn't sit. That's 50.
Ball thrown back over the head of Florent just by Schofield.
We'd have another look at this. Should have been 50 if the ball wasn't given back to him correctly.
Nat Nui off, Brownie. So they have stuck to their plan. He had a 12-minute stint on the ground, but he's on the pine now.
Florent. He's going to send it to the top of the square. Sinclair was there. Parker over his head. Luke Parker. What an amazing bit of play by Luke Parker. Unbelievable goal.
2 balls out there, by the way. Allowed to go. Hearn straight down the spine to Jetta. Heads toward Yo, and Lloyd outread him. Yo waited, Lloyd didn't.
Had a really good couple of years, Lloyd. Had another influential game. Touched the ball plenty of times, number of tackles.
Not sure why they're booing this man. He has turned it on. First ever game at Opera Stadium will be remembered for Lance Franklin's 8. Unless, of course, he's got a 9th left in the last minute.
He might hold that ground record for a while too, the 8 goals.
Josh Kennedy won't like the sound of that.
I think you've got to have a look at the West Coast gains today. I mean, they've blooded some youth into this team, and they've all shown something that brought a real energy into this team. taken a real contender to the wire. This has been a good performance as well by the West Coast Eagles today.
Through Lloyd's legs, on the wing, Franklin on the move, on the run. He's on a mission, and he gets hurled. 40 seconds left, maybe one last chance for Lance to do something spectacular.
Yeah, I agree with you there, King. The midfield, you wonder who's going to be the midfield, what's the midfield personnel going to be like, and they've got a younger forward line at the moment, especially with Josh Kennedy out. Quitted themselves well.
Parker into the pocket. Sinclair the target, knocked down. Hayward just waiting out in the back, and he'll get another one for the Swans. A bit of icing on the cake for the Sydney.
Not too happy with the hit after the play by Luke Shearer, I think it may have been, but it's a bit of push and shove.
Been a fair bit of feeling in this game. It's not the only spot fire for the night.
So free kick here for Hayward on the goal line or in the middle. The umpires are making their decision as to how late the push was.
It was definitely late.
Frustration there by Luke Shearer. Sorry, King.
It's generally the bigger penalty, isn't it? Which will be a set shot from the goal square.
So Hayward from the goal line. So the fans aren't upset enough with what's transpired in this final quarter. They thought they were robbed a couple early. Seconds tick down. And he gets a late cheap one. And lets them know about it.
Here's the push. Yeah,
Right.
definitely there.
More than a push. A fair whack in the back. Just want to be careful doing that, Luke Shuey. Just watch
1,
this.
2, 3.
Yeah. No, the AFL frowns upon that contact to the back. Now, all it'll be is a free kick, but you wouldn't want to go too much harder than that. Now, one of the Sydney Swans remonstrated.
21 touches, Hayward. A couple of goals to finish. Really good night. One of those half forwards, Brandy, that's really influenced the game for the Swans.
Virtually no time remaining on the clock. The biggest ever crowd seen to watch a footy match in WA piled into Optus Stadium. But the Swans, thanks to Buddy Franklin, came to spoil the